There's a specific kind of exhaustion that only successful people know. Not burnout, not overwork, something quieter. A flatness that sits underneath every achievement, like you crossed the finish line and felt absolutely nothing. Psychoanalyst André Green had a name for the emotional architecture behind that feeling, and once you hear it, you cannot unsee it in yourself. We tell a very clean story about ambition. You work hard, you achieve, you feel proud. The success is the reward. But here's what that story leaves out for a lot of us. The drive to achieve was never really about the achievement. It was about earning something we were never given for free. André Green, a French psychoanalyst working in the tradition of Winnicott, described a pattern he called the dead mother complex. Not a mother who died, a mother who was physically present but emotionally gone, depressed, preoccupied, elsewhere, there in the room, but not there for you. Green observed that children in this environment learn one thing very quickly, that presence has to be earned, that the way to be seen is to perform, to achieve, to be exceptional enough that someone finally looks up. And then those children grow up. They build careers, they hit targets, they get the promotion, the title, the recognition, and something in them keeps waiting for a feeling that never arrives. A 2025 study by clinical psychologist Jordan B. Dredsky found that among high-income households specifically, emotional neglect was the strongest predictor of perfectionism in adulthood. Not abuse, not poverty, emotional neglect, the quiet kind, the kind that looks fine from the outside. We did not become high-functioning because we were strong. We became high-functioning because somewhere along the way, we learned that stopping was not safe. 2 tools, not therapy replacements, just 2 ways to start telling the difference between ambition that comes from desire and ambition that comes from fear. The first one is called the source audit. Before your next goal, pause and ask one question. Not, do I want this, but what do I believe will happen if I do not achieve this? Desire-based ambition answers with excitement. Fear-based ambition answers with dread, with images of judgment, disappointment, disappearance. You are not diagnosing yourself. You're just listening to which part of you is actually driving. And this is where it gets interesting. The second one is the completion ritual. High-functioning people are often terrible at endings. We finish a project and immediately move to the next one, never landing, never letting the moment register, because landing means feeling. And what if what we feel is still not enough? Pick one recent achievement, small or large, and before you move on, say this out loud. That was real. I did that. It counts. Not as affirmation, as evidence. You are training your nervous system to recognize that arrival is allowed, that you do not have to keep running to stay worth something.
Back to the beginning. That specific exhaustion, the flatness underneath the achievement. Maybe it was never a sign that something is wrong with you. Maybe it was a signal that you have been working very hard to reach someone who stopped watching a long time ago. You are allowed to want things for yourself now. Not because the old hunger doesn't make sense, but because you are the only one who gets to decide what counts as enough. We built an entire culture around high performance, and almost no one stopped to ask, who taught these people that rest was something they had to earn? Maybe the question was never, how do I achieve more? Maybe it was always, what am I still trying to prove, and to whom? Drop it in the comments if this landed somewhere real. You do not have to explain it. Just, did you feel it?
The most exhausting thing about high performance is that it works well enough to keep you from asking why you started.